Well, outrage and frustration in Virginia Beach tonight after the city's police chief announced the officer handcuffing an innocent man at Lynnhaven Mall was justified in his actions.
And now community leaders and the man's lawyer are responding to the findings of the internal investigation. News 3 reporter Kofo Lasaki explains the story from both sides.
But what did he do? He didn't do anything.
Virginia Beach Police Chief Paul Newdigate says the officer seen detaining Jamar Mackey on December 19th at Lynnhaven Mall in this now viral video was following department procedure and the law.
Anyone who is misidentified would be upset, and that's certainly true for Mr. Mackey and his family.
The chief began by apologizing again for the incident that sparked outrage in the community, as Mackey was misidentified as a suspect in an investigation.
But you don't do this. We're with our kids.
Both of the same ethnicity, similar age, similar build, similar clothing, similar hairstyle, same location, and both were accompanied by a minor or companion wearing a red top.
In these pictures, Mackey is on the left and the suspect is on the right. After an internal investigation, police concluded Sergeant Coffrin had reasonable suspicion to detain Mackey based on the information he was provided at the time, including a witness identification.
Well, the stop, the detention, and the handcuffing were in policy. The failure to wear appropriate face coverings was not.
A short time after Mackey was confronted by the unmasked officer, he contracted COVID-19 and is still recovering. However, Newdigate says the officer tested negative for the virus. As for Mackey's lawyer, he maintains someone needs to be held accountable.
An apology is not accountability. You have to correct the harm that you've caused, and an apology alone is not enough. There still has to be a level of responsibility to determine who the right person is before you go to the extreme of handcuffing.
The chief says the actual suspect was let out of the mall without handcuffs.
Unfortunately, people of color cannot be at ease that they will be treated fairly. If it's within policy, then policy needs to change. If the individuals aren't in place to change the policy, then we as the community need to make sure that the right individuals are in place.
Newdigate says he wants to make changes to include department-wide implicit bias training, which hasn't happened in 5 years, and obtain additional body-worn cameras for all officers, noting that the officer involved did not have one. Kofo Lasaki, News 3.